Hey everybody, it's the Food Whisperer, and I have a few minutes. I am very busy today, and I'm doing a cleanse right now, so I need to have a fast dinner ready for me to go when I get home after my meetings. And I thought with the 20 minutes that I have right now, I would show you exactly what I'm doing for dinner and how fast you can have your meal as well. So we are going to need a pound of ground beef or ground turkey, or if you're using a plant-based blend, we are going to have half of this is kind of a medium to large sweet onion, salt, cumin. I'm putting asparagus in this batch, and we have some coconut milk here, one large can because we're doing 4 servings, and I have 16 ounces of riced cauliflower here that I'm using. It is frozen because, oh no, it's 24 ounce. I lied. Because it costs less than buying organic fresh cauliflower. So we are just getting it frozen. So, and we have lime juice instead of using fresh lime because I really have not found good limes lately that have any juice in them. We have a super large saute pan. Let's get going. We're going to put this on like medium high heat, and I'm going to work without extra added fat. It's something that I have found to be a fun way to be using natural fats. I don't know if you can see over here. Let me move over a little bit. So I'm cutting my onion completely the wrong way today. You really want to keep this root end when you are dicing your onion to keep it together. And that way you are not slicing your fingers off. However, I am being lazy, I am being sloppy, and you will see what happens. So over here, there we go. So I'm taking off peeling my onion, tossing it away. And I don't like this part either because that's going to make it more slippery. So I'm taking off another layer of onion. The biggest thing that you learn in culinary school is food is money, and you really don't want to waste any of it, as I'm doing that right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be cutting my onion this way, and then I'm going to do dicing this way. And again, I'm doing this the wrong way. Kids, don't do this at home because you will hurt yourself. So I am thin slicing my onion, and then I'm going to dice it. Let me see how I'm doing there. Yeah. Spur of the moment, live. What better way is there? And see, this is what happens is you get all these big chunky pieces, which is exactly what you don't want to be doing. If you have watched my cooking show, which airs on Red House TV streaming app, you will see I do it this way also, just because I like to teach you what not to do and the mistakes that happen when you do things the wrong way, or if you get lazy and sloppy. So, and we just had to use up some more time to get these nice little dices instead of doing it right the first time. You can find pretty much anywhere how to dice an onion properly. I am not spending that time with you right now. There's enough out there for that. So I put my onions, you're putting your onions in the pan, and then we're taking our ground beef and we're adding our ground beef. La la la, the fun way to do things. Maybe you'll catch this tonight. And I am breaking up our ground beef to cook with the onions. So technically you're supposed to heat your oil, like a bottom puddle of oil in the bottom of your pan. And you put your onions in, and you're going to let those sweat. I'm washing my hands right now, by the way, because I've touched raw meat. And then once your onions begin to sweat, that's when you add your salt. And again, sweating means your onions are getting shiny. And obviously that's not happening because we're cooking the meat and the onions together. And the reason why I'm doing this is just to use the natural fats that are in the beef itself. And I know that olive oil is up to however many tens of dollars these days, and coconut, any of your oils are. And why not just go with the natural fats and see how you like the flavor? Breaking rules again. Yes, I am absolutely doing that. I'm going to add a little bit of salt here and some ground cumin in a minute. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to take my one bunch of asparagus and I'm going to chop it up. It's a nice little, be careful you don't eat your rubber band, into little, I guess 1-inch pieces. Asparagus is very alkaline, has a nice amount of fiber in it. I'm going to open up my can of coconut milk after I shake it, because if you don't know, coconut milk is kind of like watery and then it has the fat on top. So I'm mixing this up right now. I'm going to open that while I'm waiting for my meat to cook, and you can also. Can you use just a small can of coconut cream instead of using the large can of coconut milk? The answer is yes, you may. It's kind of your choice if you want it a little more saucy. That's why we have the coconut milk, is to give a little bit more sauce to it. If you notice here, ooh, look, my pan is too hot. I'm getting a little bit of scorchy going on. So if you have a little bit of scorching going on right now, like I do, check it out. Bad, Adrienne. Bad, Adrienne. How do you recoup from this one? Well, this is also called caramelization. And what you can do at this point, after we stir this up and just kind of get a little bit more motion going on here, is I'm going to take my lime juice right now, and I'm going to hit my pan with the lime juice. And why am I doing this? Well, A, it kind of cools down the pan a little bit. B, you're going to get all that yummy lime flavor infused into your onions and your meat while this is cooking down. And you're going to get all that cute little caramelization to get up off your pan at the same time. Yay. So we kind of sped up the cooking here. Your onions aren't going to be very soft because we didn't saute them before we added the meat. I'm putting in, I would say, somewhere between 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon of ground cumin. Always go reserved with your ground cumin because it can be strong. And then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Adrienne, this is disgusting. So start with a teaspoon on your ground cumin, because you can always add more, but you can't take it out. If you notice, I have deglazed. That's the proper term. I deglazed my pan and got all those yummy little crusties with the lime juice. So we almost have a little bit of a lime beef sauce going on now. Yeah. And I'm going to take my asparagus next and add that just to get them quickly sauteed. I don't like to overcook asparagus, then it gets slimy. The thing with your rice cauliflower, specifically when it's frozen, if it is completely frozen when you are adding it to your pan, it's going to bring the temperature way, way down. And it's going to take a while to warm up that rice cauliflower. So if we have our asparagus sauteed-ish, you don't have to worry about that. My rice cauliflower I did pull out of the freezer last night. So it's like half defrosted. The thing with your rice cauliflower, especially when it's frozen, is if you cook it, it gets fishy flavor, aroma, gross, disgusting. So that's why I'm making sure that my onions are at the tenderness that I want it at. I have my seasoning already going on with my cumin. My asparagus is looking tender, and of course you can always taste it. Oh darn. I like it to have a little bit of crispness left to it. Crispness. And now I am adding my rice cauliflower. And again, it's kind of cool having this 24-ounce bag. So you're paying pennies. Well, yeah, I mean kind of pennies as compared to when you are getting fresh cauliflower. It's so worth doing, and it cuts your cooking time by so much. So look at this. I have everything mixed in together. I'm going to add my coconut milk. La la la. We are at 10 minutes and 49 seconds right now. How fabulous is that? I'm going to let this simmer for a couple minutes. I don't know if you have any questions or if I can add anything. Hi guys, how are you? Isn't this kind of cool? We're cooking right now together. The spirit moved me and I got all together on this. If you have any questions, I think I can answer them for you as well. But check this out. We got this creamy deliciousness going on. Everything is so pretty. I am a veggie person, so normally I go a pound of frozen veggie for 4 servings. This is 24 ounces, so that's a pound and a half. Is a vegetable going to hurt you? Well, if you're eating the vegetable already, then you know that it isn't. I know there's lots of food allergies out there. There are a lot of new ones that are cropping up too. There's a cilantro allergy and a parsley, oregano, paprika allergy. There's a peach allergy and cucumber allergies that I've learned about. So, I mean, yeah, technically, I guess any food can hurt you. But at the same time, if you know that these aren't, then why not add more vegetables? So, at this point, I'm going to taste. Taste. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more cumin to this. This is cooked. At this point, 12 minutes in, your meal is ready. We're going to garnish it with some chopped cilantro. I think the lime is right. I do want a little bit more cumin in here. There are also things like a chili lime seasoning that you could use in this. If you want to add crushed red pepper, if you want to do bell pepper and tomatoes and peas, you can do it that way as well. So I welcome your suggestions and questions and making it your own and saying, hey, Adrienne, how about we use this? Let me get another spoon here to taste with, because we don't want to cross-contaminate even our family members. So if you think you have enough seasoning going on, I recommend adding a little bit more salt, because salt really does bring up the flavor in your foods. I'm turning the burner off now because I don't want my cauliflower to start tasting fishy. Just needed it heated up. So there go 2 spoons away. Let's get one more to taste this to see if I called it correctly on needing a little bit more salt. Try it out. Creamy cilantro beef, paleo, keto, whichever way you'd like to call it. I'm not giving numbers nutrition-wise, so I can't tell you how much fat, protein, carb ratio there is. You guys have a fabulous day, and I hope you have a great mealtime as well. Love you all. Bye.